The power of an optimist mindset. Good morning, YouTube. My name is Nicolas Bernaros. I'm a university student in pursuit of a career in investment management. I make these short YouTube videos discussing important philosophical topics. Today's topic is a very important one: optimism. And I think it's very important when discussing these topics like optimism to put into context and to look around you and to look at the current climate, the current atmosphere, the current feeling, the current notion in today's world, and you will feel a lot of pessimism. You will feel like there's a lot of bad news around. There are a lot of people who are very pessimist. They're very negative, right? They have a very negative outlook about tomorrow, about today, about the weather, about the economy, and so forth, right? So I argue it's very important to be optimistic in all situations, okay? To be as optimistic as possible, okay? You have to be objective, but it's really a skill, and it's a very powerful skill to look at things in a positive way, even when it's difficult. To try to almost train yourself to look at things positively, to be more optimistic, right? So I think the best way to understand this is through a good example, and the one that relates to me is looking at the news, right? I look at the news every morning, and I hear a lot of discussions that are very pessimistic about the future, and there are a lot of people, especially a lot of people who are not very knowledgeable in certain fields like economics, for example, or politics, and they're very pessimistic. Of course, they're very qualified people that are very pessimistic about the future and about the economy and the political climate and so forth. But it just happens to be that a lot of time is individuals who lack the understanding, who are also very close-minded, right? So they're very narrow-minded. And I hear the news and they talk about, well, this is happening tomorrow and in a week, and the economy is not doing well, and what's Donald Trump going to do, and how are we going to survive through this, and so forth. However, it's really powerful to focus on the good news, on what's going on, how is the economy doing well, how is the political situation improving, right? And because that's what's gonna help you move forward, okay? It's also about morale. You don't wanna convince yourself that tomorrow there's gonna be a recession and the economy is going to crash and the political structure is going to collapse and society is self-destroying itself. It's so some of those things might be true, but to some extent. But you have to look at things in a positive way. Like, for example, a recession, okay? A recession is a very bad period, but for a lot of people it's an opportunity. So it's about looking at a situation looking at the news and you hear at the news that there's a 30% possibility of a recession currently in the United States, okay, and in the next year, so then this year, and you say to yourself, well, how is that a good thing? It might be a bad thing, all right, but how is that a good thing? How can I use this as an opportunity? How can I be an optimist, right, and utilize the current situation to make the most out of it, right? To work on myself, to work on my goals, to get closer to my goals, to where I want to be, to help others, whatever it is that you're striving to do. So I will end this video by saying, whatever comes at you, okay, whenever you interact with somebody, whenever you open the news and you receive a lot of information that might not be so nice, right? It's very negative, it's very it has a bad, tone. Try to find the positive aspect and focus on that. So focus on the positive aspect. Thank you.